KwaZulu-Natal Hawks head Major General Lesitja Sinona came under sustained pressure at the Madlang Commission of Inquiry on Wednesday as commissioners questioned his claim that he was unaware of alleged crime kingpin Vusimuzi Matlala's involvement in the Tembisa hospital tender scandal linked to the murder of whistleblower Papita Decoran. The line of questioning exposed apparent contradictions in Sinona's testimony, particularly given his admission that Matlala was not only a close friend, but someone he had previously described as a brother with whom he met regularly and shared personal struggles. Evidence leader, Advocate Adila Hassim SC, began by probing Sinona's knowledge of the Decoran case. Sinona conceded that he knew Decoran's name, but insisted he only became aware of Matlala's alleged link to the Tembisa hospital corruption through newspaper articles that were placed before the commission earlier this week. He testified that his understanding of Decoran's murder was limited to knowing that it was investigated by Johannesburg serious crime units, that arrests were made, and that he was familiar with some of the investigators involved. Sinona further told the inquiry that Matlala's cell phone had been seized and downloaded by police, arguing that any incriminating media articles shared between them would have appeared in the Commission's evidence bundle, and said if he shared these newspaper articles with me, they would have been displayed in the bundle that the Commission is given, but also if I had shared them with him. He maintained that monitoring media reports does not form part of his responsibilities as a police officer, and said among other things that I do as a police officer, I do not patrol media space to look for things, adding that he only read the articles after receiving the Commission's file on Tuesday, and that I checked my WhatsApp that was given to me. I have never come across this or that Mr. Matlala sent them to me or any other person. Sinona claimed that had he seen such reports earlier, he would have questioned Matlala and become suspicious of him. Co-Commissioner Advocate Sandile Khumalo SC expressed concern that Sinona appeared untroubled by the fact that, as head of the Hawks, he maintained friendships with individuals who had criminal records without knowing about those records. In response, Sinona said he did not profile his associates unless something overtly suspicious emerged. He said, I do not profile them until I know there is anything sinister. Then I will start to ask questions. I will start to engage the very same person that I have befriended. The Commission also interrogated Sinona on why he failed to cut ties with Matlala after learning that SAPS was investigating him for the attempted murder of his former girlfriend Tebogo Tshebejana. Although Sinona had previously stated that he would gradually distance himself from Matlala from March 5, 2025, evidence showed that the two continued to communicate. Commission Chair Justice Mbuyiseni Matlanga was particularly critical of what he described as Sinona's recurring claims of forgetfulness whenever Matlala was implicated, and said a theme that runs through your statement is that when it comes to anything concerning Mr. Matlala, when you look at the text, it's either you don't recall or you do not know. And when the text is staring you in the face, you will say, yes, I do read it now, but I do not recall what this was all about. That is a theme that runs through your testimony. Matlanga also challenged Sinona's account of meeting at a Durban apartment where he claimed he was largely absent from discussions because he was repeatedly leaving the room to refill drinks, and said you were going up and down to refill your glass. I do not know how quickly you gulped down your drink that, for the most part, you would not have been with the people who were discussing. Sinona testified earlier that the meeting took place on 15 April 2025 at the homestead of KwaZulu-Natal Police Commissioner, Lieutenant General Lam Kwanazi. The meeting allegedly centered on disputes over purchase orders linked to Matlala's company, Medicare 24, which had secured a 360 million rand SAPS contract at the Pretoria College. According to Sinona, the meeting was organized by former Police Minister Bheki Cele. Although Cele was not present, Sinona said Matlala asked him to attend for moral support. He further testified that Mkhwanazi allegedly agreed to assist Matlala with purchase orders and offered to pause an investigation into the attempted murder case in exchange information about Lieutenant General Shadrack Sibiya. Addressing criticism about his memory lapses, Sinana told the commission, "I'm a human being, I'm subjected to characteristics of a human being. If I don't remember and it gives the commissioner's concern, it's an unfortunate situation." Sinana was also questioned about legal advice he offered Madlala after SAPS National Commissioner General Fane Masemula ordered the immediate termination of Medicare 24's contract, citing abuse of supply chain management processes and fraudulent conduct. In a WhatsApp message to Madlala, Sinana wrote, "This is something so sad, but it leaves one with no choice but to seek legal advice on this issue with the view to challenge this decision." Sinana maintained before the commission that he did not consider it inappropriate to give such evidence to Madlala.
All the way, and that's March, that's the 6th of March. And you have told us that from the 5th you are now wary of him or his communications, and you have decided to terminate communication on the 5th of March. So the page I'm referring you to, on page 28, there's communication there, still between you and Mr. Madlala, and that's the 6th of March. I will not go through the texts that are there one by one, but from that page, from page 28 all the way to page 60, communication between the two of you continues unabated. And at times, you are the one that initiates the communication. And this, in circumstances where you say that on the 5th of March, you had decided to terminate communication. So all the way up to page 60, and page 60 being in May, from 5 March in May, over many pages, 28 to 60, at times you being the initiator of the communications. Do you seriously want us to believe you that you ever wanted to terminate communication with Mr. Madlala?
The relationship, commissioners, and what is happening, the way I took it, I understood what the commissioner said about my position and where am I working, but it is the relationship, not necessarily the communication per se. Hence, I'm saying I was trying to move away from him in order to terminate the relationship. But I see that it took me...
So I just, let me understand this. I'm sorry, I know you asked for protection earlier, but I just want to understand this. So you want to terminate their relationship, but having terminated the relationship, you want to continue communicating with him. So communication without a relationship, in the context of people who have otherwise been having a relationship of brother and brother. Does that make sense?
Not really that, commissioners. Maybe it took me too long to cut it off, but gradually, in my mind, in my soul, I wanted to, but I took it gradually.
What's your take on this one, people? Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more news.